Hey y'all, this is LanaSackwell.com and I'm here to bring you this week's free training session. So this past week, I took my husband out for Valentine's Day. We've been together for nearly 9 years now, so we were reflecting on just how far we've come on this journey together, and he ended up mentioning that this year will both be on our 4th year in our businesses, and that really took me back. I was like, whoa, year 4. And I think it was because we tend to think of the first 1 or 2, maybe 1 to 3 years in business, or as we do something in general, as more of a beginner, a startup business, and recognizing that this will be 4 years that I've now been coaching in lucid dreaming and lucid living, and most importantly, the 4th year that I've been truly happier than ever before, literally living my dream life, running my dream business. I felt like that's a really long time. At the same time, I can still remember the day that I decided to do this so clearly. I guess it's what we often call our aha kind of moment. And it was where I realized that lucid dreaming and lucid living coaching, that's the thing that I really want to do. If I can spend my time sharing this incredible modality with others, helping to transform your life in the same way that lucid dreaming and lucid living transformed mine, I will spend every single day of the rest of my life just feeling pretty amazing. And so I actually remember thinking, if I can just share this with one person, I would consider that a success. And now that I have students in 14 plus countries around the world, it just really blows my mind. So there's something incredibly beautiful about how the universe is set up in this way, where we can each have our own unique gifts, our talents, our passions, and not only make an incredible income for ourselves, but by just sharing the things that we're good at with other people, we also get to make an amazing difference in the world at large. So I think that's just such an incredible concept. But it's like people just kind of brush this off, or they think like, yeah, well, that person who I see online got to do that with their dream, but I can't do that. Maybe you're someone who's tuning into this who thinks that about yourself right now. And so this is what I really want to touch on today, a super simple 2-step strategy for turning your dreams, your passions into the start of your $1 million idea. Because on the day that I decided that I would love to be a lucid dreaming and lucid living coach, I didn't know one single other person in the entire world who was doing that kind of coaching in the way that I wanted to do it. I also had no business background, no model. I had no statistics even on whether this would be a good idea or whether people would be even interested in this kind of thing. So it was just incredibly experimental, as you can imagine. I spent so much time on things that I would now never suggest for my own students to even bother wasting their time with. But the thing is that I got started. I decided that day, I really think this is the thing that I'm being guided to do. I feel like this is what I absolutely have to spend my life doing, and it's what I want to do. I decided I'm just gonna do it. And so I sat at home in my dining room that night on my laptop. I bought my own website domain. I spent like 4 hours on YouTube just looking up how to start up an LLC or even become a business in general for the first time. And I started building or learning to build what is now Get Lucid with Lana LLC, a multiple 6-figure business going on 7-figure business. And so at this time back then, I really didn't have any support system at all. I had experienced 6 months of life coaching myself. I invested in a coach who had absolutely given me insight into how incredible the coaching world could be and the practice could be, but it definitely wasn't in the same format as I wanted to coach in myself. So I was still pretty in the dark when it came to putting this whole thing together. And I know that with the proper support, if you do receive the proper support, and I experience now getting my students to where I am in half the time, sometimes even in a quarter of the time that it took me. It definitely doesn't have to take you 4 years to get to this point. So that's why I developed the course like the Lucid Entrepreneur Lab, because I found myself starting to be surrounded by people who wanted to learn the same concepts that I had used. They wanted to understand how they could make huge shifts and transformations in their lives. And I was running webinars on improving dream recall. I was coaching on the basics of starting up a lucid dreaming practice, how to use lucid dreaming for treating depression, anxiety, how to overcome mental health issues, blockages, lucid dreaming and lucid living for problem solving, productivity whilst you sleep. And instead of answering the same questions over and over again, which if you're passionate about something, you probably find people start to ask you the same questions about it, I knew that I needed to make something that would first reach a much wider audience. There was only so many hours in a single day that I could work with people one-on-one and just get paid by the hour. I wanted to create something that I could really deliver to a lot of people, that could reach people anywhere, all over the world, from different backgrounds, from different cultures, on their own unique walks and paths in their lives, so that I could increase the amount that I earned, and that meant I could help more people. I'm absolutely someone with very big ambitions for the things that I want to do to improve this world, and I'm not blind at all to money being an incredible tool for helping me to do that. I'm also not blind to the simple fact that if you want to make a lot of money, if you want to run a successful business, you need to be providing a premium service to a large number of people. So people like yourself who have these ambitions, you have these big goals and these big dreams, you need the support and the strategy and the structure to get it all started up. That's why I created the lab. And within the lab comes this daily structure, support, private membership app where you're surrounded with like-minded entrepreneurs and big dreamers. On this journey, one of the major steps that I recognized of deep importance to starting up your dream is how important community is. If I hadn't put myself out there and connected at meetups and really surrounded myself with people who were on that same path, had those big visions, wanted to bring something to life for themselves, I would have absolutely failed. I have no doubt about that. I'm definitely lucky because my husband decided to start up his own business, like I said, on the same year that I launched mine. And so we were absolutely on that journey together as well, which made a huge difference. But what I will say is you cannot do it alone. I'm sure some people can, right? There's always the anomalies, but definitely harder for sure. And it's a waste of time mostly because the accountability, the community, having a space where you can ask any question, anytime, that's timeless and that is priceless to me. So I wanted a way where I could really reflect on my journey and just give to people the exact same blueprint that I had wished I had at the beginning of my journey when I wanted to start out my business. Something to just follow where it doesn't have to take a long time to get started. You don't have to have all the business know-how and knowledge to just get the ball rolling. When it comes to setting it all up, just having that structure in place, starting to officially make money and see your dreams and your visions begin to manifest. So I think a huge part of entrepreneurship is also just really understanding deeply who you are. This is often overlooked, right? Because people think it's all about the product or it's all about the service, but it's not. It's about you as an individual. People are buying you. You select things in your life because of sometimes branding, sometimes marketing, but that's also a particular style that someone has selected due to their own persona and how they want to be reflected in that product or in that service. So there's tons of different businesses for every single thing pretty much right now. Oftentimes we decide to enroll in someone's course or buy a webinar or their product, whatever it might be, because of hearing something that they said that really resonated with us, or that we just love the mission that they're on. If you listen through to some of the 20 plus now lab testimonials that I have on my website and on my YouTube channel, you'll hear many of the graduates mention their connection to me. Not because I'm super in their face every single day. A beautiful part of lucid dreaming and lucid living practices is that I'm not really a part of it. I can't do the dreaming for you. I can't take the action steps for you. The students have to do it all themselves. But many times people join us in the lab, not even because of their own lucid dreaming experiences, which came as a shock to me to learn this, because a lot of people simply signed up after seeing how passionate I was about lucid dreaming, how much it transformed my life, or they watched a video like this or tuned into stuff on my YouTube channel and thought, you know what, I would really love someone like Lana in my corner as my cheerleader every single day. And so they decided to go get it, and now they do have me. I will say that the lab is more like family to me now. The students inside and what it's becoming at this stage, once you connect with me as one of my students, you're stuck with me, loving you for life and being obsessed with everything you're bringing into creation, I'm afraid. But going back to my main point, our mindset, our understanding of who we truly are, who we want to show up as, is a huge part of this journey. Much of the work is on breaking down those self-sabotaging beliefs, building up confidence, really starting to peel off the layers and the masks and doing that deep self-exploration. I do believe that it makes all the difference on this journey to starting your business. If you don't know who you are, if you don't feel comfortable with who you are, people sense that. People are not stupid. If you don't vibe with yourself or value what you have to offer, if you don't absolutely love who you are, how can you expect anyone else to connect with you or love you or vibe with what you do or value what you do either? It's just simple vibrations in the frequency that you're living at. And unfortunately, our standard for coaching programs and things that we offer are not teaching this stuff. So I knew that that was absolutely something that I wanted to include in my own courses, and I will strongly preach always that dream work is the number one way to really discover who you are and do that deep inner work for yourself. So I think the main point of this session here today is, one, I need you to find your tribe. Find your people. Surround yourself with the people who are living life in the way that you want to live it out. Work with the people who are already doing what you want to do. Hire them. Invest in yourself. You're not really hiring them, you are investing in yourself and your belief in your dreams. There are people in the world who want to help you succeed. They want to see your success and they want to bring your dreams and your visions to life. So the second point is about starting to think deeply about who you are. Really give yourself the time and the space to look at who you are at your core and who you really want to become. Look at why you believe you need to invest in yourself and what an absolute disservice it would be, not only to yourself, but to the world at large, to your future connections, your clients, your students, or whoever would benefit from what it is that you have to offer, that you have to give if you didn't offer it. So dream big, understand really who you are, and I know it's absolutely terrifying to get started, I was in that same place as I explained at the beginning of this session. But what I will say is that that dream that's tugging on your heart, those passions that you have within you, they're not going to disappear. It's never going to be the perfect time to get started. You just have to start doing it. The closer to now that you start, the easier it's going to be and the less time that it's going to take you, especially now that it's super easy to connect with people all over the world. You can literally enroll in a course, or you can start working with a mentor who knows exactly how to do what it is that you want to do today. There's really no excuse of why not get started. If you're looking to be in community, to really start doing that deep inner work and looking at who you are and who you want to become, or if you're someone who's feeling kind of stuck, you're not entirely sure what your purpose is, or maybe you have some ambitions, some gifts, some talents, you know some of those goals that you want to work on, but you're not sure entirely of how to progress or really how to get started, I do invite you to join us at Dreaming Wide Awake Retreat 2022. It's my 3-day immersive lucid dreaming and lucid living retreat right here in the beautiful mountain valleys of Boulder, Colorado, where you will actively experience for yourself the best strategies from experts in the field like Robert Wagner, David J. Brown, and myself, who we're going to guide you on this journey to increasing your awareness, developing your growth mindset, your lucid dreaming and lucid living practices to help you advance towards becoming that best version of yourself. We have just a couple more spots remaining, so you really want to hop on that if that's what feels right for you. But no matter what it is that you're looking for, no matter what part of the journey that you're on right now, I truly wish you all the success in the world. I am excited for you, and please do let me know if I can help you in any way. So wishing you a week full of big dreams, lucidity, abundance, and entrepreneurial expansion. See you next week. Bye.
It is life-changing, both personally and professionally.
The process of really stepping into the next level of my entrepreneurship in ways that I hadn't even realized I was blocked, because the dream world reveals to you not only what's possible, but also what maybe is hidden.
But I've learned so much about how lucid dreams can benefit my future and my business, and it's been such an exciting adventure already, and I cannot wait to continue on.
I love the way she structured the course and how it's so clear and kind of step by step. So for a complete novice like me, who only really had a very vague idea of what lucid dreaming actually was, it felt really accessible.
I feel more focused on exactly where I want to go, and I am so grateful to be part of this course. It will change your life. It will change your mindset. It will give you tools you never knew you wanted. Like, it's seriously amazing.
But I have to say that Lana is an amazing teacher of the class, and I would suggest anybody taking it. It's definitely scholarly, like college level kind of course, and it's an 8-week program. So check it out.
Even if simply on a one-on-one basis in her dream coaching, I think that's extremely valuable.
If you are on the fence, if you are thinking about getting into your dream life, I suggest getting lucid with Lana.